You've had some vocal critics in the last couple of weeks. How much does that hurt you, or does it motivate you?
Obviously, I know you're talking about Roie.
Righty.
No. If you're going to dig someone out,
I've had enough of that rubbish, man.
You should say, if he wasn't there, where you'd be.
But you have to have a starting point.
Bruno's
talent is not enough. You keep going back to the talent. The talent. Bruno's a talented player, but talent's not enough.
When I used to talk about Bruno, and I said
talent is not enough, right? I would definitely take the captaincy off him, 100%. Fernandes is a brilliant footballer in terms of captain material. He's the opposite to what I would want in a captain. He's playing for Man United and he doesn't perform in certain games. Obviously, he's going to be criticised. Just get on with it. Don't be such a baby.
He gets a lot of stick, Bruno. A lot of stick from people. And some of it I get. I also think it's unfair. I think when I watch him play, I see a player that genuinely cares.
What is your first Manchester United memory?
Obviously, as I said always, I think probably the biggest memory I have is the final in Moscow.
Kicked it towards Ronaldo! Manchester United strike first! Anelka. Van der Sar saved it! United again!
You know, like as a young fan, I was still at the time, I think 12 years old probably.
Manchester United have secured the signing of Bruno Fernandes from Portuguese side Sporting.
There's something that makes Bruno Fernandes special and different.
What is the one quality this club has that you most connect to?
I think the desire to win, the passion for the club, the success has been always come from players that always had the desire to do more. That's the history of the club: resilience, hard work, pride of represent the club.
It was my dream, come to the Premier League. For me, it's the biggest league in the world.
When he first came to Manchester United, when they were in a little difficult spell, they desperately needed him, and you could argue he was one of the best. Had one of the best initial impacts of any player.
Another game where he stepped up for the team. How good is the example that he sets?
But he's always there, and the guy that can play one game and then suddenly will be ready to play in the different position. He can set pieces, he can score penalties with a high pressure. He can make transitions in the last 15 minutes of the game with a lot of games, so it's perfect for us, and we need to help him to win titles because he deserves it.
What I can say is that we need more Brunos. That is clear. Not just the quality, the character, not some mistakes, but the character that he has, the availability in this league is so important and is so decisive with the ball and without the ball.
The guy who's a number 10 with the personality of a number 6. He goes back to Sporting, player of the year, twice, moves for a ton of money to Manchester United, hits the ground running. This is a guy who has an appetite. He's the Warrior 10, which is not something you often see. So it's an unusual career path that he took, but I think it makes him a more effective player.
Obviously, I know you're talking about Roie. As I said it before, I have a huge respect for Roie. I think he was one of the best captains the club had, an amazing player for the club, won basically everything for this club. So
he is, pound for pound at the minute, one of the best players in the league, both on and off the pitch. His response is exactly how a professional athlete and the captain of Manchester United should respond.
I do it every day. I try to be an example in everything I do on the training sessions, on the pitch, in everything I do. But obviously, not everyone will not everyone will think in the same way.
He's one of the best ball strikers in the Premier League. He's one of the best midfielders in the Premier League. He's one of the best players in the Premier League. And he is one of the best captains. He leads by example.
I accept that there's a lot of margin for improvement in my game, in my leadership, in everything I do, even in my own life.
And he says, now I'm going to make it count.
At your best, what's the first thing you always bring?
Energy. intensity, passion, desire.
Bruno Fernandes with the shot. Oh, what a goal! Oh my days! Stunner!
He's a guy who will take responsibility. He's a guy who will take over games. This man has the stuff of heroes.
It was Mitchell and thrashed back by Bruno Fernandes. Wow! Pick that up! Rashford's on the side here. And Fernandes scores in the straight for them. Given away by Quanta. Hit by Fernandes! My goodness. What a belting!
I'm not satisfied with an individual performance or trophies. I want to get more than that because I'm part of a football club. I want to be successful with the club.
Manchester United have their man, the latest big money acquisition charged with guiding the club back into the upper echelons.
We have to be, because we play for a club that deserves that. We have to play to the standards, as Sir Alex said. We have to play at the standards of this club. But I think the standards of the club show that the passion, the desire, the work rate, the fighting spirit for this club, it's so much important.
Bruno Fernandes! Bruno Fernandes! Bruno Fernandes, beauty! Now that is a pick-me-up! It is Bruno Fernandes! One chance, one goal for the United captain. The Rangers one was as good. Now here's the chance at the other end! Yes! And it is from Bruno Fernandes! And just when Manchester United needed the captain, needed something special, the Stretford end has something special to embrace. Bruno Fernandes is in. Is this his moment? Bruno Fernandes!